Did you know that the Smilodons, aka saber-toothed tigers, could open their mouths at 130 degrees? That's twice as much as an average lion. These extinct cats used to be the kings in their time. They ruled the animal kingdom and struck fear into the hearts of their prey. Smilodon lived in the Americas from 2.5 million years ago to 10,000 years ago, during the Pleistocene epoch and early Holocene. There's actually a whole family of saber-toothed felines, and one of the most interesting and unique ones is the Smilodon. The iceage predator. Smilodons are often mistaken for a single species, but are actually a genus of 3 closely related cats: Smilodon gracilis, Smilodon fatalis, and Smilodon populator. And Smilodon populator was the largest of the trio, earning its spot among the biggest cats to have ever roamed the earth. They got their name in 1842 after Danish naturalist Peter Wilhelm Lund collected fossil material from caves in Brazil. Peter even found teeth and foot bones. At first glance, he thought they came from hyenas, but he couldn't help noticing that they were bigger than the fossils of any extinct cats he knew of. Their teeth had another quality that made them unique. They were around 7 to 8 inches long. It's just one of the many reasons that these big cats were the most iconic ones of their era. Some of the teeth found were indeed the famous canines, which Lund used as inspiration for his naming of the new species Smilodon populator Smilodon, meaning two-edged knife tooth, and populator, which means destroyer. Let's talk a little more about their teeth, which is what really sets these cats apart. They were blessed with an intimidating pair of oversized canine teeth, which protruded downwards from their upper jaw like a pair of deadly daggers. Studies actually tell us that it's probable a dagger-like bite would have caused Smilodon's teeth to break if they hit bone. Don't be fooled by their fearsome appearance. The Smilodon's teeth were actually pretty weak and brittle. Some research also suggests that saber-toothed cats use their long teeth for slicing through flesh rather than tearing it, with the lower jaw providing leverage to enhance this slicing action. Research also tells us that the baby cats developed their saber teeth slowly. They first showed up when the baby Smilodon would be around 1.5 years, and they made it to their full size when the Smilodon was around 3 years old. They also went through several months where the young had both infant and adult canines together in their mouth. That sounds extremely uncomfortable. The lifestyle of a fearsome hunter. But how did the saber-toothed cats like the Smilodon manage to eat with their gigantic fangs? These iconic fangs are symbols of their power and dominance, but they seem like they'd get in the way during mealtime, right? So a group of curious filmmakers decided to find out. They outfitted lions with fake Smilodon teeth and observed their eating habits. Surprisingly, the lions had no trouble enjoying their meals with these oversized fangs. Speaking of Smilodon, did you know it's just one of about 12 different types of saber-toothed cats? But the Smilodon truly stands out. These beasts could reach 3 feet in height at the shoulder and stretch up to 5.5 feet long, weighing in at a hefty 750 pounds. To put it in perspective, they were much heavier than today's lions, though shorter in stature. Like lions, Smilodons might have roared thanks to similar throat structures. While some believe they were solitary, like the lone wolves of their time, fossil evidence suggests they might have lived in packs. This is supported by findings of saber-toothed skeletons with signs of healed injuries and diseases like arthritis. If they were solitary, these injuries would have likely been fatal, as hunting alone while injured is nearly impossible. But if they lived in packs, the group could have helped injured members by sharing food, allowing them to recover and survive. But what clues have the fossil records left behind about these magnificent creatures? Fossil finds and extinction insights. Did you know these powerful creatures were born strong? It's true. At the Brea Tar Pits, where many fossils have been found, there are hardly any from young Smilodons. This suggests that the little ones stayed safe in dens while their parents went out to hunt. Now, how did the Smilodons hunt? Unlike today's big cats with their long legs and tails for balance during fast chases, Smilodons were built differently. They had heavy bodies, short legs, and a short tail, making them not so fast. Instead of running after their prey, they were sneaky ambush predators. Picture a Smilodon quietly waiting for the perfect moment to leap out and surprise its dinner. Their bodies were specially adapted for this kind of hunting. Smilodons had strong neck muscles to help them deliver powerful bites, and their teeth were perfect for slicing through meat, not grinding it like other animals. And where did these cats hang out? Right on the ground. Smilodons weren't tree climbers. Their eyesight wasn't great for judging distances, which is super important for climbing. Plus, their strong build would have made it tough to climb up trees. But let's talk about their skills. Thanks to long heel bones, Smilodons could jump like pros, which was perfect for springing on unsuspecting prey when they least expected it. Now, about their jaws, they could open really wide, which let those massive upper canines swing into action. But some experts think that to have such a wide opening jaw, Smilodons might have had weaker jaw muscles compared to today's cats. Once they caught their prey, Smilodons used their powerful front legs to hold it down. Then those famous saber-like teeth came into play. They would slash at their prey's belly or throat before retreating, waiting for the victim to weaken. They likely avoided attacking the back or neck where tough muscles could damage their delicate teeth. Saber-toothed cats were excellent at hunting big, slow-moving animals like bison, mastodons, sloths, and small mammoths, which were plentiful back then. Their strategy was to ambush their prey, a method that helped them live successfully all over the Americas. They traveled from southern Canada down to Peru. Back then, the Tularosa Basin, now filled with sand dunes, had a huge lake called Lake Otero. This lake drew all sorts of Ice Age animals, including sloths, mammoths, camels, and, of course, saber-toothed cats. These cats were real survivors, lasting hundreds of thousands of years. However, when the Ice Age ended and there were fewer animals to hunt, the saber-toothed cats couldn't find enough food. They went extinct about 8,000 to 10,000 years ago, during a time called the Quaternary extinction event. The last known saber-toothed cat in North America, called S. fatalis, lived about 13,025 years ago. In South America, the last one, called Populator, was around between 10,935 and 11,209 years ago. Legacy of the saber-toothed tiger. Researchers at the White Sands National Park in New Mexico have discovered footprints that belong to saber-toothed cats, along with other Ice Age creatures. These footprints are preserved in gypsum sand and have become part of what is known as the Pleistocene Trackway. It's like a window back in time, showing us the various animals that once roamed the area. Two known Smilodon species, S. gracilis and S. fatalis, were primarily found in North America, while S. populator was confined to South America. Experts think that S. populator might have evolved from S. gracilis after it migrated to South America during the early to middle Pleistocene. Later, during the late Pleistocene, S. fatalis also made its way to South America. The largest collection of Smilodon fossils was unearthed at Brea Tar Pits in Los Angeles, California. Many of these big cats were trapped in the tar while hunting other trapped animals, providing a rich source of fossils. The extinction of Smilodon followed a similar pattern to that of the mastodons. They gradually disappeared as their prey became extinct. In the late Pliocene, mastodons went extinct, and soon after, the saber-toothed cats met the same fate. But in North and South America, where mastodons survived through the Pleistocene, Smilodons also persisted longer. Smilodons had a broad and short muzzle, indicating a strong bite force, and they had a tiny tail. While there's no definitive proof that Smilodons had fur, it's likely they did to protect against the cold. Depictions often show them with either a spotted or plain coat, but the exact appearance of their fur remains unknown, so artists sometimes take creative liberties in their representations. Smilodon lived during a time called the Pleistocene, which stretched all across the Americas from Canada down to Patagonia. During this time, something really cool happened called the Great American Interchange. This is when North and South America got connected by a land bridge, and animals from both sides started mixing. The place was teeming with life. You had mastodons, camels, deer, giant sloths, glyptodons, bison, and many more. And of course, it wasn't just the plant eaters around. The area was also crawling with predators. Other saber-toothed cats, like Homotherium and Xenosmilus, roamed there. Plus some scary-sounding terror birds, dire wolves, short-faced bears, and American lions. And there wasn't much difference between the males and the females in looks, which suggests they didn't fight much over mates. They might have been like penguins or wolves, sticking with just one partner. Smilodon, with its mighty build, sneaky hunting style, and iconic long teeth, really captures our imagination. Even though they're gone now, the story of Smilodon helps us remember just how diverse and fascinating life on Earth has been. If you enjoyed journeying back in time with us to the age of the mighty Smilodon, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel for more fascinating glimpses into the past, and stay updated with all our latest explorations.